Imagine the United States not as a unified nation, but as a fractured patchwork of warlords, survivalist enclaves, and zombie-infested no-man's lands. The federal government has collapsed, the power grid is dead, and the only law left is the one enforced by the barrel of a gun. You are part of a small, desperate group trying to navigate this new, brutal reality, where the undead are everywhere, but the living are far more dangerous. Welcome to United States of Z, Book 1, the gritty, hyper-realistic, and pulse-pounding post-apocalyptic thriller by Olin Lester. If you love realistic grid-down survival, tactical combat against both zombies and hostile humans, and stories that explore the terrifying fragility of social order when civilization collapses, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in survival fiction, blending the visceral terror of a zombie outbreak with the unapologetic thrill of human resilience. The narrative kicks off in the immediate chaotic aftermath of the Z outbreak. Our protagonist, an ordinary citizen thrust into extraordinary circumstances, finds themselves navigating a landscape where trust is a liability and every stranger is a potential threat. The atmosphere is thick with the silence of dead cities, the smell of decay, and the creeping dread of knowing that help is not coming. Lester excels at capturing the brutal reality of the collapse, making every scavenging run, every fortified safe house, and every tense standoff feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is absolute ruin. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is its uncompromising commitment to tactical realism and the spectacular zombie apocalypse trope. This isn't a story about a superhero saving the world. It's about the brutal, exhausting reality of staying alive when the rules no longer apply. Watching the protagonist navigate the treacherous social hierarchy of the wasteland, form tentative alliances with their survivors, and use their wits and weapons to outsmart raiders who have turned violence into an art form is incredibly gripping. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the survival mechanics to life, making the crunch of broken glass, the sharp crack of a rifle, and the heavy silence of a world without power feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular action and the survival mechanics, the soul of United States of Z lies in its characters and the heavy burden of leadership. The protagonist isn't an invincible killer. They are a deeply human individual, struggling with the moral weight of doing what is necessary to protect those they care about. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, unbreakable loyalty to the small group of survivors they manage to protect, a found family bound by the shared trauma of the collapse. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet, desperate conversations by a campfire feel just as impactful as the explosive, chaotic firefights on the roadside. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A massive horde or a rival faction targets the protagonist's sanctuary, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes last stand. The finale is a breathtaking display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming improvisation, and raw, unbridled courage. The protagonist must use every hidden trick, every overloaded trap, and every ounce of their will to hold the line against an unstoppable tide. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, hard-earned victory that proves humanity's will to survive is stronger than the darkness. United States of Z, Book 1, is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic thriller genre. It is smart, gritty, and unapologetically intense. Olin Lester has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of the ultimate underdog holding the line. Plug in your headphones, check your perimeter, and join the survivor. The world ended yesterday, but their fight for tomorrow is just beginning.